Hi, I'm Andy Seacombe. I played Watto in 2 of the Star Wars movies. You're listening to Sorcerer Radio.
Okay, and remember, no money, no parts, no deal.
You are going to be a force for good and a very important sorcerer.
The following is an original production of the Sorcerer Radio Network.
Are you insane?
Broadcasting live from Music City.
Walt Disney's
WDW Tiki Room, the show about all things Disney.
Hey, Michael, mi amigo, pay attention, it's showtime.
So it is, and what darling people I have sitting under me.
With Kristen and Aljon.
We better start the show rolling.
Broadcasting live from the happiest place on earth, here's Kristen and Aljon.
Welcome back to the show, broadcasting live from the Walt Disney Resort. It is Kristen and Aljon of Sorcerer Radio's WDW Tiki Room, the show about all things Disney. Thanks for joining us here on the program. Don't forget, check out Sorcerer Radio as we turn the entire station. Not we, as Kristen and myself, but the entire station is turning 14. How about that? Almost to the point where it needs a driver's license, Kristen.
No!
So we've got a lot of great things coming up regarding Sorcerer Radio's 14th anniversary. One of them happens to be, not only did we have Bob Gurr last week because of our new show, Stars and Motor Cars, brought to you by the Disney Parks Podcast, by the way, our good friends Tony and Krista. But this weekend, you're going to hear from Stacey Aswad, who happens to be the must-do Disney girl. The must-dos. It's time to do the must-dos. Or should I say, the must-dos.
Okay,
so she's going to be on the show, and Stacey's going to be there, and maybe she's going to share some of her favorite Disney stories. And what I want to know is, Kristen, how cool would it be to have the must-do Disney girl job? You'd like
fun.
to do that, right?
I can do it.
You could go walk up and down with, with teacher clothes on, and
Poor Stacey.
I know. If left to her own devices, she'd look great, but and she has in the video, except for the intro that she does in the green screen.
It is the long sweater they put her in because she's short, like I am.
Yes.
And you don't put long things like long sweaters, long dresses on short people because it emphasizes your shortness.
I think what we're going to have to do is, at some point, we're going to have Stacey on Tiki Room. It should be a lot of fun. But in the meantime, you can enjoy her this coming Saturday for Geek Out Saturday Nights with the Disney Parks Podcast on Tony and Krista for their Stars and Motor Cars show. So that is one aspect. The other thing, I guess we can tease it, right? The fact that there is going to be some updates to Sorcerer Radio in very interesting form. So I guess we can kind of tease that.
You can tease that, but that's it.
We're teasing it. So be on the lookout for more stuff regarding Sorcerer Radio 14. If you're, following at home, Facebook, what have you, feel free to share all of our posts and hashtag SR14 from WDW Tiki Room on Twitter or at SR Sounds on Twitter as well. Big show today because we're emanating live from the Walt Disney World Resort, and we're going to be here for a few weeks. It's going to be a lot of fun. I say a few weeks, I mean a few days, but the show is going to be a lot of fun because we're on point here at the Walt Disney World Resort, and we look forward to meeting a lot of people. Hopefully you can find us at the parks, find me at the parks, and I'll be handing out some free stuff. That'll be a lot of fun. So today, Kristen, our ongoing series of reviewing the Walt Disney World Resort hotels and accommodations continue with what resort?
The Boardwalk.
Under the Boardwalk. We'll be having fun.
No, not under the Boardwalk. We're going to be on the Boardwalk.
I know. There's not a song that says on the Boardwalk, so we're going to talk a little bit about that. We have a plethora of also Disney news to talk about. Updates with the Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo. I'm going to be there at C2E2, and there's a lot of fun happening there, as well as Star Wars Celebration. But let's go ahead and play some music, and we'll be back talking more great Disney news here on the show. WDW Tiki Room, the show about all things Disney on Sorcerer Radio, SRSounds.com.
A dingle hopper. What about that one?
This
Sorcerer Radio, SRSounds.com.
The program...
Fix it, Felix! I can fix it!
Sorcerer Radio, SRSounds.com. Get plugged in.
What about one of them mousey little doohickeys?
Disney pop culture news. It's the 411. 411.
Reason to celebrate because we've got Neil Patrick Harris joining Mickey Mouse as host of the new World of Color Celebrate for Disney's Diamond Celebration. And that's going to be happening at the Disneyland Resort. This past weekend, award-winning actor Neil Patrick Harris hosted the Oscars on ABC and said, where will his next big hosting gig take place? Of course, it's going to be at the Disneyland Resort. He's going to be joining Mickey Mouse for the all-new World of Color Celebrate, the wonderful world of Walt Disney, opening May 22nd at California Adventure as part of the Disneyland Resort's Diamond Celebration. Harris is a huge Disney fan. Of course, you can find him at the Walt Disney World Resort, oftentimes doing the candlelight processional there at Epcot. Of course, World of Color Celebrate illuminates the night in a celebration of unparalleled imagination of Walt Disney. Mickey Mouse and Harris will be taking guests on a fun-filled inspirational journey exploring Walt Disney's decade-long legacy of memorable and animated moments and his dream of Disneyland Park, all culminating in a madcap musical tour of the Disneyland Resort and attractions as never before. Of course, World of Color is one of my favorite shows, and this should be a magnificent show to check out for sure. We'll be checking that out at the D23 Expo later on this summer. Should be a lot of fun. And of course, you know Neil Patrick Harris joined the Disney ranks when he starred in ABC's sitcom/drama, I guess you can call it a dramedy, Doogie Howser, MD. As you plan your vacation with Kristen at Magical Journeys Vacations, you want to make sure you plan for these special events at Magic Kingdom Park. Those dates have now been announced. For Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and Very Merry Christmas Party. Go ahead and plan the rest of your Disney year at Magic Kingdom because they have announced those dates for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party at the Magic Kingdom. This year's dates are September 15th, 18th, 20th, 22nd, 25th, and 27th. Also, October 1st, 2nd, 4th, 6th, 8th, 9th, 12th, 13th, 15th, 16th, 18th, 20th, 22nd, 23rd, 25th, 27th, 29th, and 31st. Pretty much every other day in October and November 1st as well. Moving on to Christmas and the Christmas party. We've got November 8th, 10th, 12th, 13th, 15th, 17th, 19th, 20th, and 21st, or 29th rather. And December 1st, 3rd, 4th, 6th, 8th, 10th, 11th, 13th, 15th, 17th, and 18th. And those are for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Those details, I'm sure you'll find at srsounds.com as well as JediMouseketeer.com. Disney food fun. We've got the Disney premium popcorn buckets coming to Disney parks in celebration for the new film, Disney's Cinderella live action film. You're going to find those brand new pumpkin carriage popcorn holders at Disney's Hollywood Studios and coming soon to the Disneyland Resort later this spring. Looks like fun and looks like a nice little collectible too, something I want to have myself. Speaking of food fun, we're going to continue along because this is March, right around the corner. In fact, you're going to be able to experience those really neat seasonal chocolate-covered caramel apples from the Disney parks. And it's going to have the green Mickey shorts with the nice little Irish hat with a little golden belt buckle. Those things you can find all over the place from the Candy Cauldron and Main Street USA in both Magic Kingdom and, of course, Disneyland Park. You'll also be able to find a St. Patrick's Day limited edition pin featuring Jessica Rabbit and the old Luck of the Irish Horseshoe. You can find that at the Disney parks. If you're checking out Disney's Cinderella Royal Celebration at Disneyland Resort, I understand that it's all sold out right now. As of like today, it's all sold out. Of course, this is all in celebration of the Cinderella film, as I mentioned, that is coming out. Special screenings will be announced coming soon for the Walt Disney World Resort, so be sure to check out srsounds.com and a Disney's Park blog for more information as that becomes available. Star Wars Celebration news. The big convention is going to be happening April 16th through 19th at the Anaheim Convention Center. Sorcerer Radio is going to be there. I'm going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to be able to check out Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith in 3D exclusively. Celebration. It's going to be a lot of fun to check out, as well as so many great guests. We've got Kathleen Kennedy, who heads up Lucasfilm, going to be kicking things off with J.J. Abrams. Of course, you know, he is the director of Star Wars The Force Awakens. Mark Hamill, who also plays Carrie Fisher, who plays Princess Leia, will be there on hand, as well as a ton of guests from the Star Wars saga to meet and greet fans and do panels as well. Speaking of panels, we've got the digital stage, I believe, that's going to be hosted by our friends from Rebel Force Radio, also found here on Saturday nights on Sorcerer Radio. Jason Swank and Jimmy Mack, hosts of the Rebel Force Radio show, they will be there hosting as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun there in Anaheim. We want to make sure you're there, and tweet us out if you happen happen to be attending Star Wars Celebration at WDW Tiki Room. Another great addition to the lineup of geeky conventions coming up that we're covering, C2E2, the Chicago Comic Book Convention and Pop Culture, is going to be happening at McCormick Place, April 24th through 28th. Of course, that is in Chicago. And just announced is Haley Atwell. You know Haley Atwell, she is going to be there. She is Agent Carter, of course, on ABC's Marvel's hit show, Agent Carter. It's going to be a lot of fun to see her and meet her. She's going to be signing autographs in that area as well, Saturday and Sunday. She also plays Cinderella's mom in the upcoming live-action Disney film, so that's going to be great. Speaking of ABC TV shows, and there's tons of stuff going over there, just a reminder that new episodes of Once Upon a Time will be showing up soon. It's going to be returning this weekend at 8/7 Central on ABC, where Maleficent, we've got Cruella de Vil and Ursula going to be trying to corrupt poor Emma Swan. What's going to happen? Only you can find out when you tune into Once Upon a Time on ABC this Sunday at 8/7 Central. Another show making its return here just days away, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. What is happening to Skye? Is her name Daisy? Is she an Inhuman? Does she have superpowers? What is going on? Find out when you check out Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on ABC, returning Tuesday, March 3rd at 9/8 Central. More great TV shows to keep in mind. We got ABC Family's The Fosters, who's going to be having a great show. Once again, you can check out The Fosters Monday, March 2nd. Callie must face the upsetting impact her news has on their siblings, especially on Mariana, in an all-new episode of The Fosters. Check that out on Monday. Also on Monday, ABC Family's Chasing Life will be having a new episode. A recurrence of April's cancer symptoms leads to ask deeper questions in her feeling about life and resting in peace in an all-new episode of Chasing Life. That also happens Monday, March 2nd. Daphne considers joining a sorority while Bae tries to fix a relationship in an all-new episode of Switched at Birth, airing this Tuesday on ABC Family. And on the funnier side, ABC's Baby Daddy, you can check out Bonnie's birthday being overshadowed by a family secret in an all-new episode of Baby Daddy, airing Wednesday, and you can find that all on ABC Family. Disney Channel's got a brand new show called Goldie and Bear. That little cute show, inspired by an animated series for preschoolers, will be debuting this fall on Disney Junior. Production is already underway on Disney's Goldie and Bear, a fairy tale inspired animated series for preschoolers, slated to debut this fall. The series follows the adventures of a newly found Goldie and Bear following the renowned porridge incident of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. The announcement was made earlier this week by Nancy Kellner, and expect Goldie and Bear to debut later on this fall on Disney Junior. Saving some of the most interesting news for last, DuckTales is going to be coming back to the Disney Channel at Disney XD in 2017. And the dateline is Duckburg, an all-new DuckTales, an animated comedy based on the award-winning series that treasured a generation of viewers on the Disney Channel. It's been reordered for launch in 2017 on Disney channels around the world, set to be produced by Disney Television Animation. This new series will again stars Disney's enduringly popular character Scrooge McDuck, his grandnephews Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and of course Donald. So very cool indeed. DuckTales taking flight in 2017. And that wraps up our Disney Pop Culture 411. For more details than that, for more great pop culture tidbits, be sure to follow us at WDW Tiki Room on Twitter. We'll be right back with our review of Disney's Boardwalk Resort when we come back.
The WDW Tiki Room with Kristen and Aljon.
I have a plan.
You've got a plan?
Yes.
First of all, you're copying me from when I said I had a plan.
No, I'm not. People say that all the time. It's not that unique of a thing to say.
Secondly, I don't even believe you have a plan.
I have part of a plan.
What percentage of a plan do you have?
You don't get to ask questions after the nonsense you pulled on Nowhere.
I just saved Quill.
We've already established that you destroying the ship that I'm on is not saving me.
When did we establish?
Like 3 seconds ago.
No, I wasn't listening. I was thinking of something else.
Oh.
SRSounds.com.
Sorcerer Radio, srsounds.com. Leave your show comments, requests, and discussion topics on the new WDW Tiki Room voicemail. Call 850-888-TIKI. That's 850-888-8454. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Facebook at WDW Tiki Room.
SRSounds.com.
Do you hear that? Hear what? I'm receiving some sort of transmission. Routed through the main system. Routing.
Looking to take a Disney vacation or cruise? Contact Kristen of MagicalJourneysVacations.com. Magical Journeys is an authorized Disney vacation planner. Kristen will get you the best price available and continue to search for deals until the day you travel, taking the worry out of planning your fantastic vacation. Kristen can help plan your dining reservations and answer any questions you may have. She'll even send you maps from the parks. So contact Kristen of Magical Journeys for your next cruise or Disney vacation, and you'll be supporting WDW Tiki Room. Contact Kristen of Magical Journeys at MagicalJourneysVacations.com and mention Sorcerer Radio. So what are you waiting for? Book today at MagicalJourneysVacations.com.
Wow, that sounds great. I want to go.
Well, you can't.
Why not?
Because we have to stay at our posts and keep rebel scum like him out.
Book today at MagicalJourneysVacations.com.
Rebel Force Radio,
your source for the Force.
Star Wars news and commentary
With Jason Swank and Jimmy Mack.
I've seen Star Wars 500 times.
Weekly live shows and podcasts.
RFR.
Like Rebel Force Radio on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
Rebel Force Radio, your new source for the Force.
Rebel Force Radio with Jason Swank and Jimmy Mack. Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern on Sorcerer Radio. SRSounds.com.
Hi, I'm Tony.
And I'm Krista. Tune into our show, Stars and Motor Cars, Saturday afternoons at 6 p.m. Eastern on Sorcerer Radio.
Every week you'll hear us chat with Disney legends, Imagineers, and actors like Pat Carroll, the voice of Ursula.
And I help?
Yes, I do.
Disney legend and Imagineer Bob Gurr.
Pedro Hare, the voice of Belle.
Feast! Disney Resort TV's Stacey J. Oswald.
And author Ridley Pearson.
And Bill Farmer, the voice of Goofy.
Something wrong here.
And so many more. You'll also hear your favorite Disney Parks Parade music.
Follow us on Twitter at Disney Podcaster and on Facebook.com/Disney Parks Podcast.
To get even more Disney fun, download our sister show, the Disney Parks Podcast, on iTunes. Tune in to Stars and Motor Cars, presented by the Disney Parks Podcast, Saturday afternoons at 6 p.m. Eastern,
3 p.m. Pacific, only on Sorcerer Radio.
SRSounds.com. Sorcerer Radio.
Your return to Sorrow was not part of our negotiations nor our agreement, so I must do nothing. And secondly, you must be a pirate for the Pirate's Code to apply, and you're not. And thirdly, the code is more what you call guidelines than actual rules. Welcome aboard the Black Pearl, Miss Turner.
SRSounds.com.
Broadcasting live from the happiest place on earth, here's Kristen and Aljon.
Broadcasting live here from the Grand Floridian, it's Aljon and Kristen, WDW Tiki Room, the show about all things Disney. Having fun, and we're going to be hanging out with our great friends from WDW After Dark later on tonight, and it should be a huge show. A lot of special guests swinging by since we are going to be live here at the Walt Disney World Resort, so be sure you tune in live for WDW Tiki Room. I'm sorry, WDW After Dark. That's tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern on WDWAfterDark.com. You can also check out both of our shows. We've got the news show, of course, After Dark on iTunes, as well as WDW Tiki Room. And by the way, if you're a wrestling fan too, you can check out Pro Wrestling Cast too. That's also on the Weeby Geeks network of podcasts. And find more geeky podcasts like Mighty Marvel Geeks and so much more at WeebyGeeks.net. Now, let's go ahead and talk about some Disney news. Kristen, what do you have on the plate today?
I have an event taking place that involves Swan and Dolphin and a charity, and it is called Fresh from the Field.
Okay.
This is going to be taking place at Tucker Ranch, which is in Winter Garden, and it's for an excellent cause. It's to help raise funds for treatment and curing, as well as awareness for Cystic Fibrosis Foundation.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's an absolutely great cause. I like to take part in events that, you know, you get something yummy and in turn you're doing something good at the same time.
Yes, helping people.
The 4-course meal will be created by Robert Zabrowski. He is the executive chef for the Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin Resort. Guests will be delighted to enjoy things like wine and local craft beers along with the food. They will feature a special wine tasting by Palm Ridge Reserve, so you'll definitely want to take part in this. And it's going to be on Saturday, March 7th at 5:30. Again, this takes place at Tucker Ranch, which is in Winter Garden. The price for this event is a little steep at $165, but again, remember, this is for a good cause. The menu will start off with a reception that features food from Shula's. Then you will have a first, second, third course, followed by fabulous dessert trio by Laurent Brunlard. So
nice. Wow, those events are going to be great. And once again, it's all for helping out the cystic fibrosis. I mean, you can't get any better than that. And Winter Park is a nice place too. So if you happen to be around, make sure you mark your calendar for that. And I'm sure seating and tickets are limited, so you want to make sure you act now. Is there a contact for that?
It's I have on Dining at Disney. You can find it. The link for the Fresh from the Field event page that you can directly purchase the tickets. You can also go to Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, their website. That's what it links you to. So.
Okay, very good. I think what I'll do is for the delayed broadcast on YouTube and on iTunes, I'll go ahead and put that in the show notes as well. What else do you have on tap?
My last bit of food news is about the mighty festival St. Patrick's at Raglan Road. This happens annually. It's so much fun to attend this event because, of course, you can't get much more Irish at Disney World than visiting Raglan Road in downtown Disney.
One of my favorites.
This annual event is going to feature daily performances of on three different stages. The Raglan Road dancers will be there, as well as you'll be able to get Celtic face painting done.
Okay. I'm going to look like Seamus. I'll be nice and pale.
Face painting will take place Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday from 12 to 8. If you attend on St. Patrick's Day, which is going to be Tuesday,
yes.
If guests ages 18 and up will be charged a $10 cover. Seating will be first come, first serve, so you will not be able to make reservations. Some of the bands that you'll be able to enjoy will be the West Coast Trio, the Brazen Heads, Rio Grande. That Rio Grande is the new house band.
Okay.
They have replaced Creole.
There you go.
So, Drops of Green. Those are just some of the bands you'll be able to check out there. Again, this takes place, it's going to be Friday, March 13th through Tuesday, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day.
Always so much fun. We did that once before, and let me tell you, it gets packed. It gets super packed. So you want to make sure that you get there early and enjoy the rest of the night there at Raglan Road, one of my Disney must-dos. Yes. So that pretty much wraps up the food news that you can use for this week. For more information on Disney dining and so much more, as well as some great downloadable ebooks, which happen to be on sale for Sorcerer Radio's 14th anniversary, using a special code SR14 upon checkout, please check out Kristen's website at diningatdisney.com for all your food news and related stuff. So thank you for that. Coming to you from the Walt Disney World Resort, Sorcerer Radio at srsounds.com. Kristen, we're back on the show to talk about the Walt Disney World Resorts, our ongoing series of providing this information for our listeners as they plan their Disney vacation, brought to you by MagicalJourneysVacations.com. Be sure you book with Kristen and check out all the great deals that are going on, and who knows, your family could be saving a lot of money. So be sure you check out Kristen's website at MagicalJourneysVacations.com, and she'll be glad to help you book this vacation for you, as well as whatever cruise or even Universal trip as well. So, Kristen, this week we have got a resort to talk about. Why don't you go ahead and kick things off for us?
We're going to be talking about Disney's Boardwalk.
All right. So I love the Boardwalk. Not only is it picturesque, but I love the theming of it. It just really reminds me of just a fun happening place, kind of just like the Boardwalk over there on the East Coast, right? Or I guess it could be on the West Coast, on its heyday. So you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Okay. Well, Disney's Boardwalk is an Epcot area resort, and it is located just outside Epcot, so you can walk to it. It's in the same area with Yacht and Beach Club, as well as Swan and Dolphin. They're located between Epcot and Studios, so you can either take the ferry boat to either of those parks, or you can walk it. Of course, it's going to be a little bit of a walk to get to Studios, but it's not bad at all. I mean, you can do it in about 15 minutes, so... It's a very laid back, of course, boardwalk, so it's kind of got that little bit of that beachy theme to it. Pastel type colors, some reds in there, located, like I said, on the water, so you got the ferry for transportation. It is a deluxe resort, and there is some entertainment there located along the actual boardwalk. And you have the Atlantic Dance Hall, as well as Jelly Rolls. Both of those are adult-only experiences. Dance hall, that tells you exactly what it is. As far as Jelly Rolls, if you're not familiar, it is a dueling piano bar. So you go in, and get some drinks, sit at a table. You could make requests for songs for them to play, and it is a lot of fun. As an adult, if you're looking for something fun, you want to laugh and have a really good time, Jelly Rolls definitely should be on your list.
I totally agree. Last time we were there was Steve Swanson from Muppet Cast, and it was just a lot of fun. So, Jelly Rolls, yep. And by the way, it's also cash only, so you need to make sure you bring cash for the cover charge.
Oh, that's true, huh?
Yes.
Last part of entertainment would be ESPN Club. They have a live radio sports show that you can check out there as well.
I like that club.
That's fun for all ages.
Yeah, I like ESPN Club. Great food, by the way. Try the burgers. They're great.
Or the wings.
Oh, yeah, the wings are great, too. My gosh. Now all this food talk's making me hungry. Okay, so speaking of food talk, not only do they have great entertainment, but...
Well, I was going to talk about the recreation.
No, let's talk about recreation. I guess we're saving food for the dessert portion.
Of course.
Okay, go ahead.
For recreation, there is a kids arcade as well as Surrey bike rental. So you can ride your bike along the boardwalk and...
That's right. You want to do a little tandem bike riding? This is the thing to do, and it looks a lot of fun. We've never done the Surrey tandem bikes, but that looks pretty neat.
No, we have not.
One day, perhaps. One day. So I guess we should go on to the main event, right?
There is a lot to talk about when it comes to dining.
Yes, go for it.
So along the boardwalk itself, you have Big River Grill and Broomworks, where they make their own beer right there. So
now we have a Big River Grill, or at least we had one in Nashville. It's not one anymore.
It's not Rock Bottom Brewery bought it.
Yeah. But the Big River Grill, that was okay. I think the important part about that was, the beer.
Yeah,
probably the best part about that.
Yeah, that's the best
part. The food,
part.
not so much, but the beer, good. Boardwalk Bakery, right down there, is also really nice,
Again, located on the boardwalk, just little quick service location. Walk in, grab some tasty pastries. Good place grab something for breakfast on your way to the park. For adults, if you're looking for cocktails, also sitting on the boardwalk is Joe's Marvelous Margaritas.
That's right. And of course, we mentioned the ESPN Club with the entertainment, with the live show, but the club is there. And once again, I think everything's good there if you like kicked up bar food.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's good for watching a sporting event and having some wings or a burger or beer, but it does get loud. If you have children that are sensitive to loud noises or a loud, busy environment, I would recommend skipping ESPN Club.
Mm-hmm.
For their signature dining, you have Flying Fish Cafe. They also do have a chef's tasting wine dinner there as well. It's one of our favorite places to eat, and if you don't like fish, they do have other options like steak and chicken, and there's a vegetarian dish. So it's not like you don't have a choice. So if there's only one of you that's a seafood lover in your family, you can still go there and enjoy a great meal.
Mm-hmm. They have a few carts there to mention, too. The funnel cake cart, as you mentioned, the margarita cart. That's yummy. It's good stuff there. What would you expect over there by a Coney Island type of resort, right?
Yeah.
You'd expect the carny food.
That's true, you would.
Yep. In the pizza window. I forgot about that.
You forgot about the pizza window?
I forgot about the pizza window. If you're sitting upstairs in the bar, which we've done on several occasions, you can always order pizza and they'll just, you can get it and have a drink right outside, which is kind of neat.
And the bar is located inside the resort, not far from the main lobby up there. Mm-hmm. And that's Bellevue Lounge. And there is some actual outside seating for that place, too.
I like the Bellevue Lounge. One of my favorite places to grab a martini, for sure. Now,
we always go there with Tony from Disney by the Number.
That's right. How about this? You have a sweet tooth,
I do, or you do.
I know I do, but I know most of our audience does, Kristen. You may not like sweets so much, but the Seashore Sweets.
How many times can you say that and how fast?
Not very fast, but Seashore Sweets is great. You can get yourself a little bit of an ice cream down there and have fun with that.
Some candy.
That's right. But how about this? Casual dining at the place that used to be owned by Cat Cora.
Yes, right? That is Trattoria Al Forno.
So, brand new place. Used to be there where formerly Spoodles used to be, if you go back that far, or Cat Cora's place, which was Cuisina. now they are just doing the Italian thing, and it's great. They have a little picture there of it looks like, what is it? Looks like a chicken parmesan, right?
Yeah, it does look that.
So it looks great. So we're going to check that out over this weekend. I think that's going to be a lot of fun to go over there and eat and check that out. So
Tony loves it, so I am excited.
Well, Tony is Italian, so
yeah, but that means he's going to be pickier about his Italian food.
Well, and if he likes it, that means it must be worth something.
So,
and plus he's a foodie, so definitely helps out. So enough about that. There's a lot of great places, just unlike the other club or the other resort other resorts we've talked about, there is a lot of variety in terms of food and different offerings here at this deluxe resort. But having all of those amenities and all of those nice places, because they do have a little place where people can pick up, even groceries there, for your room.
Yeah, that's the one thing between the different resorts, that if you're looking to pick up some food, items and such, there's a little bit more variety at the deluxe, because almost all of the deluxes now have villas, and Boardwalk does have villas, so it is Disney Vacation Club, and they carry those things that you can put in the oven or the microwave. Now it's not like you can do a whole bunch of grocery shopping.
No,
but you can pick up some things like mac and cheese and
milk, bread.
Yeah.
You can, make your sandwiches there if you want. They also have like Hot Pockets, different things that you can pop in the microwave, as you said. They also have a limited selection of wines and different things you can take back to the room, which is really nice. And of course, food for the children as well. They're going to have Lunchables and all kinds of stuff to take back.
They have SpaghettiOs.
Yeah, they have SpaghettiOs. They have all kinds of stuff. You can do a little bit of light pantry stocking if that's what you choose to do. But at least you have, you're able to do that. You'll have cereal and also a bunch of different stuff there as well. But that is a very nice amenity to have, big bottles of water, things of that nature, that you'll be able to use in the room at this deluxe resort. But having said that, the deluxe resort does come with a deluxe price. Let's talk a little bit about the rooms, because I think one thing about this resort is that the rooms are really nice, and I've only walked through there, but you've actually stayed there.
I haven't stayed there, but I've been in the rooms.
Oh, okay.
For the travel agent training, they took us to most of the resorts, and we got to see the room in the hotels.
So tell me a little bit about these rooms and such.
I believe the room that we saw was like a pastel yellow, but they're all pastel colors. What you would think of is, it makes me think of like taffy.
Oh, yeah.
Like taffy-colored rooms. So they've got that kind of look to them, crisp whites. So it's a very, fresh, clean look to the rooms.
Okay, yeah. I think it's really, I think they're really nice, and they are spacious, as you'd expect from a deluxe resort as well. I think it's really neat looking. Anything else you'd like to add regarding this? Because obviously the interiors are very nice. It's one of my favorite places for deluxe resorts on property because of the theming. It does have, it's really nice when you can go to a resort and be transported back to a certain era and have that kind of space, those amenities, those luxuries, have great food, great dining. What else can we say about this resort?
It has a very fun pool.
Oh, yeah.
With a water slide. There is a pool bar there, and it's called Leaping Liberation, so you can get your cocktails there as well. So.
Nice. Well, deluxe villas are not cheap, honey.
No, they're not.
And the deluxe resort hotels, we're looking at, roundabout price ranges around $300.
That's starting.
That's starting. It's starting. So, maybe if you're able to book with Kristen, you might be able to get it at a little bit of a discount under $300. But the deluxe resort hotels typically highly themed, of course, and the deluxe villas
often
are really
they run,
nice as well.
$300-$400 is pretty much the average prices. Closer to the $400 mark a night.
Yeah.
So
so very, very good. We're doing this we're doing this at the Grand Floridian right now, and we're talking about the Boardwalk. That's awesome. So once again, something to keep in mind, but I think it is a vacation and room money well spent because of all the amenities and the theming that is involved in this Disney's Boardwalk Resort. Very nice indeed. Any closing words regarding this resort, and maybe your thoughts as to who may be interested in booking this?
I like this resort, but I'm really big on its location too.
Yep, because it's convenient. It is.
You can walk right into the World Showcase.
Yep.
So that is a big plus for me. It's a great family resort because of its theming, its pool, its location makes it very nice for the whole family. Food and wine is prime time at this resort. So if it's something you're thinking about staying there during Food and Wine Festival, you want to book that as soon as possible, because this resort, as well as Yacht and Beach Club and Swan and Dolphin, those sell out during Food and Wine because adults, especially adults with no children,
that's right,
even locals will choose to book these hotels months in advance for the purpose of coming, eating and drinking, and not wanting to drive. This way they can easily walk back to their hotel, stumble back to their hotel, worst case scenario, crawl back to the hotel.
Or you might be escorted back if you're not careful.
So
let me get my magic band out.
But I think overall, it's great for couples. It's great for families with children, even young children, because, like I said, the pool theming is a lot of fun. You know, it's got that almost circusy kind of look to it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I agree. One thing I like, I like a lot of things about this resort. Obviously the theming, but the location and amenities is definitely something that makes me want to book trips there. Once again, Disney's Boardwalk, very short stroll to Epcot, and it's just a boat ride away from Disney's Hollywood Studios. You go straight out of the boardwalk, you go find yourself that little that pier, that little docking area. You take the ferry all the way to Hollywood Studios. I mean, you could walk there, you know, but you know,
I've walked many a times from Epcot to Studios.
Yes, you've done that walk. I've done it too. I don't like to do it, but I've done it. So it's not good to do when it's blazing hot outside, but Kristen's done it, so she's a testament to that. But once again, it is so convenient, and you know, once again, great for both of the parks. Of course, they do also have Disney transportation, so the bus systems will be able to drop you off from that location, as well as other Walt Disney World parks and downtown Disney area, or I should say Disney Springs area.
Wonder when they're going to officially make that name change.
Who knows? You know, people will be listening to this show far, you know, in the future. They'll be like, Downtown Disney, was it ever called that? You know, but yes, indeed. Disney's Boardwalk definitely gets a thumbs up from the two of us hosts. We want to know what you think about Disney's Boardwalk. Have you ever stayed there? Let us know via Twitter or Facebook at WDW Tiki Room. You can also leave us your show comments as well on iTunes and figure out, hey, you know, is this resort cool? Have you had great experiences? Have you had not so great experiences? Share them, and just don't say, hey, it was a bad experience or it was a good experience. Let us know why. We want to know all about your vacation because we're nosy. Hey, we had a great show chock full of news and, of course, the review on Disney's Boardwalk. Next week on the program, we'll still be here. We will still be here at the Walt Disney World Resort and talking about another resort. I don't know if you have one in particular you want to talk about, maybe Disney's All-Star. Have we covered that yet?
We haven't. I've got to think about this, what I'm going to want to talk about. I got a whole week to think about this.
Okay, well, we'll figure that out. In the meantime, if you have a particular resort you'd like for us to review, feel free to hit us up with that or any other question in the world regarding Disney, travel, Marvel, Star Wars, what have you. We'll be glad to answer it and give you our insights, you know, and that's exactly what they are. Just insights, you know, suggestions, little tips and tricks, perhaps. You can email us at www.tikiroom@srsounds.com. You can also find us on social media, WDW Tiki Room, Twitter, and Facebook. Kristen, if people want to just talk to you, you know, or find you on the internet, where can they just find you?
They can go to diningatdisney.com on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, all of those fun places you can search for Dining at Disney and you'll find.
Absolutely. You can find me at Jedi Mouseketeer and on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and yes, that's about it. Be sure you want to make sure to support the show by booking your trip for Disney, Universal, or any cruise line at magicaljourneysvacations.com. Kristen will be glad to apply any discounts. You're going to give the money to the mouse anyway, so why don't you try to save some money in the meantime and get some expert service and advice as well. That's what you get with that concierge service that Kristen can provide for you, as opposed to just booking by yourself. So Disney's not going to necessarily want to keep saving you money. They want to take it. So
they want as much of your money as they can get.
That's right. Having said that, you will want to also check out our YouTube page for WDW Tiki Room videos. You'll also want to check out Jedi Mouseketeers YouTube page for great, movie trailers and so much more. We've got the podcast that's going great right now. Spread the word about the show, WDW Tiki Room, and our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, and TuneIn. Man, such a great time we've had on these shows. We're going to have so many more guests coming up. I know Jeff Dixon, we're going to have him on the show really soon. We're going to do some book giveaways as we do every year with Jeff. It's going to be great. We're going to have Mouse fan Diane and her family to talk about Disney real soon, and that's going to be fun.
You know what?
What's that?
You forgot to mention our current giveaway.
Oh, yes. Well, why don't you go ahead and mention it, Kristen?
Well, we want you to like and give us reviews and 5 stars.
That's right.
On iTunes and YouTube. Anywhere you can give us great reviews, do so. Now, once we hit 100 reviews, and these need to be good reviews, come on, people, we will give away a Passporter guidebook.
That's great.
For Walt Disney World.
Yes. So go ahead and do that at WDW Tiki Room on iTunes. Check it out. It is lots of fun. And I'm looking for myself. I'm looking to check out, who all has rated and subscribed to the show. It's going to be so neat. Check that out. Well, thank you for that, Kristen. Be sure to once again support the show. The other way you can support the show is by checking out WDWTikiroom.com and clicking on our links. You can support us by getting your costumes for your kids at HalloweenExpress.com and getting some really cool discount codes. You can also help out the show by shopping on Amazon. It doesn't cost you anything. You click on our show banner at WDWTikiroom.com and click on that show banner, and it's going to allow you to help out the show. And, the products are not going to be jacked up in terms of price. They're going to be the same old prices every day. It just kicks back a little bit of something to the show to help us continue to do what we do and provide you great coverage from all the red carpets to all the great events, and of course your Disney, Star Wars, and Marvel events and news as well. In the meantime, thank you so much for tuning into the show. Have a great weekend. And be sure to be listening to Sorcerer Radio, all Disney music all day long at srsounds.com for more great Disney content. In the meantime, I'm Al John.
And I'm Kristen. And we'll see you real soon.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
Are you a fan of Disney, Star Wars, and Marvel? Well, look no further than JediMouseketeer.com. On this geeky fan site, you'll find the latest news, videos, information on movies, comics, and more. Check out JediMouseketeer.com and follow him on Twitter at JediMouseketeer, a proud partner of Sorcerer Radio.
Remember, the Force will be with you, always.
Are you looking for some fun on Facebook with fellow Disney fans? Then you need to join the Sorcerer Radio Disney Fun Zone. The Fun Zone is an exclusive online gathering place where young and old alike can come and share their love of all things Disney in a family-friendly atmosphere. It'll also be your place for exclusive downloads, images, giveaways, and more. Join us online by going to Facebook.com and searching for Sorcerer Radio Disney Fun Zone. That's the Sorcerer Radio Disney Fun Zone, part of Sorcerer Radio, srsounds.com.